All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Two Blues in a Pod. I'm Pablo,
I'm Guillermo.
I'm Sammy.
and yeah, unfamiliar face for most people here. Probably wondering who this boy is. It's Sammy. He's my brother-in-law. Why don't you introduce yourself a little bit?
Um, I'm Sammy. I'm not a Chelsea fan. I'm actually a Liverpool fan, but I got the ball knowledge to be here, so I'm finna show these guys up.
I like it. I like it.
Confidence over here.
Loser pool
So,
mentality.
yeah, we got him in. I'm staying with them. Came to the in-laws for Thanksgiving, and he's been begging me to be part of the pod. And he's like, "Yo, this pod is popping. I'm trying to be part of it." So I was like, "Yeah, you can be in it." It's a Aston Villa preview, though. He's like, "Oh, I know Aston Villa. I know Aston Villa at the back of my hand." So he's gonna argue for Aston Villa and make a case for them and how they could potentially beat us. But Guillermo and I both know they're not going to beat us. We're too good.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be one of our hardest games we've had in a while. So it'll be a good test for sure.
Think so?
Oh yeah, for sure. Villa's no joke, man.
They're good
They
in the
they
championship
haven't
right
been
now,
doing
but
great. They haven't been great in the Premier League this season. At least not where you expected them to. But at any day, they can turn up and beat any team.
that's true.
They have a really good
Um,
team.
I mean, they beat Bayern Munich, they beat Juventus,
There you go.
they beat
And
killing it in
that's it. I
Champions
don't
League.
I don't think they've won a game in the past 4 Premier League games, but
They haven't won in 7 games. Matter of fact, everybody's talking about City, but nobody's talking about Villa. Villa has not won in
oof,
7 games. This is
That's
a
wow.
must-win
insane.
game. This is a must-win game for Villa. They're
Seven
only
games.
3 points behind.
There's only been like 11 games this season.
They haven't won in 7 games.
That's insane,
I
actually.
think they had like
So
3
what
draws,
teams did
4
they
losses.
beat?
Early season, they started off strong. Recently, bad form.
Wow.
That's
That's
insane.
that's
I did
that's
not think
scary though.
they were that bad. Yeah, that is because they're due a
Yeah.
win.
Yeah, this
Yep.
is this is time to win. They're only 3 points behind, so even though they've been doing bad, all they need is 3 points, and they're tied with y'all, just like that.
That- That's
Right.
insane to think about. They're
Yeah.
having a bad season. We're over here thinking we're having a really good season, and they're only 3 points behind us.
No, no.
But we're only 1 point behind reigning champions Manchester City.
That's right. And
So
this
Guillermo,
could be the
tell me,
weekend that we overtake them.
it is. So tell me, how do you think we're gonna line up?
Well, I guess it
Keep in
depends,
mind
right,
we've
on
got Reece James
Villa's
out
strength.
injured, confirmed,
Right.
probably until the end of the year, and won't be back until January, February. The usual Reece James stuff. Like honestly, I'm fed up with him. We just need to sell him. What kind of captain is he? I know it's not his fault,
Stop,
but
stop.
I know it's not his fault, but we can have a captain that's never playing for us. You know what I'm saying?
No, of course, of course. But the thing is, like, I think it comes down to at this point, how do we treat him as Chelsea fans and him being a Chelsea lad, Because there's not many Chelsea Academy players that we have and stick with the team and make it, period. So I think we have to show a different side of patience, I guess, from us as Chelsea fans, because I think it would say something negative about our fan base if we're to turn on him so quick. I understand it's
Patience.
not maybe it's not so quick because it's been a year or two where he hasn't been able to play. But dude, think about that first season he came up with Lampard. Think about the season after that. Like you think of your Ajax game, you can think of the games against Arsenal. Like he's done so much for us and so young, and it's not his fault. He's only 23, 24.
Yeah, but you
I
can
mean,
easily think about those games because those are the only games that he's been available for.
no, no, no. The
I can
first two
count
seasons he
with
played a
both of my
lot.
hands how many games he's been available for us in the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, yeah, I know,
Like
but
we got to
I
get
don't
rid of
know.
him. Just get rid of
I don't
him.
want to get rid of him, but don't treat him bad. Don't treat him
No, I
bad.
mean we don't got to treat him bad. I'm not saying everyone go out there and abuse him, but he's done
Nice.
for.
It's time to
He is
go.
done for. Yeah,
It's time to go. It's not like he's in bad form or anything. The guy just can't play. What do you want somebody that can't play for? Like it's not even like you're hoping he regains form or something. He just doesn't play. He brings no
I mean, but
value.
the thing is, when he's playing, he's the best in the world.
When's
So
that?
there's a sort of gamble there.
he's
Like
played
as
4 or 5 games this season. He hasn't been the best. He hasn't even been the normal Reece James. He's been a 10 or 20% version of Reece James because he
yeah,
can't
but that's
perform. He
after like
can't risk it.
That's
I get
after
it,
you said
but that's the
after
thing.
a year or two away.
Yeah, and then he's gonna be out for what, 6 more months again? 3, 6 months, something like that. And then again, we're gonna be waiting for him to get back to form and be like, all right, well, he's just coming out of injury and then get injured again. And it's just a
Yeah,
repeat the cycle.
yeah. It's sad,
Get him out.
honestly. It, whatever. So I guess I would go with Gusto on the fullback. If he's available, I'm not sure if he's still ill or not.
He's back.
But
He's
if
back in
he's
training.
available, okay, I would put Gusto there. I would go with the four or center back partnership of Fafana and Colwell, and
Yep.
then I would go Cuckoo at left back. I think that's our best defensive line. Real quick, did you see? I don't know if you caught any of the Liverpool versus Real Madrid game. Maybe you did, Sammy. I've been kind of raving on about Kelleher. He's so good. Kelleher is so
Baller.
good. Kelleher is so good. Robert Sanchez could never touch his foot, literally. And it's so funny to me because I was talking about it on the my other podcast with my friend, and I saw that we were linked to him last week, and now I'm like all in on that. I want Kelleher in January. Go get Kelleher because I think if you keep Robert Sanchez, your chances of making top four slip, and your chances of winning a trophy slip. Because I think when the
Sammy,
pressure comes, Robert Sanchez can't hang. Yeah.
Sammy, what do you think about Sanchez?
I've always thought he was solid. Not like I never thought he was like crazy good, but I do think he gets a little more hate than he deserves.
Then he should.
I think people are too easy to like. They're like get him out, all this. I don't think he's been that bad. I think sometimes, especially in like last year, the defense wasn't that good in games.
Right.
And
That's
he
true.
gets all the blame.
That's true.
And I
Yeah.
think that's been really unfair because as a keeper, you can only do so much. If you're constantly 1v1,
Yeah.
like, what are you gonna do?
Right. I just think so. It's funny to me because other fans rate him. Other fans rate the crap out of Robert Sanchez, but I mean, to be honest, I used to rate him when he was at Brighton and he was killing it. But that it doesn't seem like we got that same Robert Sanchez at Chelsea. And yeah, you can like our defense is not the best and stuff like that. But I mean, look at Onana last year. He had a worse defense, and he had way better shot saving numbers. He had way better passing out from the back numbers. Like he's just better, right? And I think Robert Sanchez really he doesn't seem like he's going to improve,
Maybe
and
that probably is.
that's my biggest worry because what he has, his foundation is not good enough.
I mean, we saw
And
Arsenal go from Ramsdale to Raya, just like that,
yeah,
and that improved the team. So maybe that's what y'all need. I just don't know if
exactly.
Kelleher is that thing. Because I mean, although he's great, y'all have so many keepers.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
Y'all have
It's
Sanchez, Petrovic, Jorgensen, Slonina, like, and
the
then
other
also
one.
Kelleher won't be cheap.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
true.
well,
he'll be at least 40 mil, which I'm willing to
Probably.
spend. I'm willing to
That's a
spend
lot
that.
for a keeper.
That's good, man. He's a good keep. He's been literally keeping Liverpool now at the top, not even like decent at the top.
That's true. No, you're right.
For how long now? 9 months, maybe. That sounds like a long
not
time.
Not that
Allison
long.
has been
No,
out a while.
Allison started the season, but he got hurt. But Keller's been
Okay.
coming on a different because Allison's been getting hurt like over time. He doesn't have
Yeah,
like
that's
long-term injuries, but he missed time and Keller comes in, and it's like we don't really miss a step. Like
how much was Allison gone last season?
man, off the top of my head, I can't remember. Like
'Cause-
it wasn't like a long term.
Maybe 3 months in total.
They kind of
Yeah.
Allison got a bit more, but Kelleher did get good enough game time, like
Right.
to the
That's
point
what I'm
where he
thinking.
was looking for an exit because he wanted first time, like first
Right.
team
Right.
soccer.
And I think it was towards the end of the season that I started seeing Kelleher more. I don't know if that's when Allison got hurt,
And then
but
this
it feels like I've seen him for a good like at least 5 months. It feels like at least. But
No.
again,
He's only. It's only been like maybe a month, 2 months.
It's
okay.
been 2 months this season.
Yeah, it hasn't been that
Okay.
long. But
I mean, he's
okay.
looking at the opposition he's played too.
Yeah. No.
Those were their toughest runs of games.
Mm-hmm.
Clean sheets everywhere too. Beast. Block key.
I mean, a
Block
clean sheet.
PKs.
2 straight games, 7.
Yeah.
Just got unlucky last weekend that Armstrong followed it up, but
Yeah, exactly. He almost blocked that too. I
Okay.
love Keller, honestly, man. He's one of the Liverpool players I would easily take.
Oh, same. All right, I can talk
mm.
about the midfield because you know me, I love me some Caicedo. He's
Yeah,
honestly the best midfielder in the league. Blue
look
take. But
at Sammy's
I think he should
face.
be our captain. He's one of the vice captains anyway, so strip Reece James' captaincy completely. Just give it to Caicedo because
Caicedo.
he deserves it. He's always
He
available. He's
doesn't.
always playing at a high level. He's all over the pitch. He's a leader already on the pitch. You can see him yelling and positioning players, telling them where to go. He deserves the captaincy. And then
Yeah,
next to him is going to be Enzo, another vice captain. And I mean, yeah, well, that's your favorite player right there, Enzo.
yeah.
But I want to know what Sammy thinks about Enzo because I know we've talked about it before and how we don't think he's anywhere near the price tag that we paid for him or any worth of the hype that he's had earlier in the year. But I wonder what he
Right.
thinks about him now.
I didn't rate Enzo a lot. I never thought he was all that. He just kind of lacked in the attack, lacked in defense. Recently, I can't lie. He's been balling recently. He's looked really good. He's been living up recently. Even after FC Noah. FC Noah was kind of a fluke. I can't count that game. That's against a sorry team.
Nah, it's a conference league.
Yeah, but he
Yeah,
looked good with Argentina over the international break, and then versus Leicester this past game. Great game. I mean, if he keeps that up, I think he will live up to the price tag. But you just got to
right.
see that consistency, and I don't think we've seen that.
Mhm. Well, I think to be fair, like on his defense, we haven't had the best setup for him either. He's gone through already three managers. All three have wanted kind of different things from him, trying to switch around his role. So I think that kind of doesn't help him. Um, I think hopefully now that we're a little bit more settled, the play style is very clear. He's going to be able to establish himself in a role and actually take off from that. And I'm hoping that's the case because, like Paulo said, I think from my perspective, I think he can bring it. I think he's world class, literally. I don't think there's many midfielders that can play a soccer game like Enzo does. He might not be the best in terms of composure, um, but his aggression and his willingness to show up for 90 minutes, 90 plus minutes, I think is what separates him from the rest. Um, and he's always goal hungry, which I think is something we lack in our midfield, especially. So I don't know. Kind of on his defense, I would say that he's gonna live up to that price tag. I'm hoping he does. I'm hoping he does.
Yeah. Real quick, I'm gonna pause it. Okay. Yeah. No, I agree. Enzo. I mean, he's been on the up and up right now recently, but I still think for this game we're gonna need another midfielder so we can win that midfield battle against Aston Villa.
Mm,
And no other than Lavia. He should be back. I'm pretty sure he played a couple minutes against Leicester City anyways. So he should be good to
right,
start. I think we can start with a 4-3-3 and secure that midfield battle.
right.
Um Sammy, tell me how do they line up with in the midfield? Who do they got?
In the midfield, well, it typically is Onana, Tielemans, Morgan Rogers head. Onana doesn't know if they're going to play. I think he will. It's a must-win game. He has to come back into the lineup. I think it'll be Onana, Tielemans, Morgan Rogers in front.
Morgan
That's
Rogers is
quality.
good.
Yeah, he is. He
And
was
then
the
Tielemans, I
original.
mean, he's amazing too.
He was the original
Okay.
creator of the celebration. Apparently,
Really?
Yep. Morgan
yeah.
Rogers.
He apparently did it when I don't know sometime. I think he was in the championship with the team
Yeah,
or
I think he
something
was at
like that.
Middlesbrough.
Yeah, and
Of course
Cole
you would
Palmer
know that,
saw
Sammy.
it, did it or whatever, and he kind of took over. He was like, "I let him have it because he did more." That's pretty much what
He
he said.
used it way more.
Yeah,
Nah, I'm just gonna say it was Cole Palmer's originally.
facts, facts. It's Cole Palmer, ain't it?
Speaking of
Chippy
Cole
chips.
Palmer, he's due a good game.
He's due a
He,
good
he he's
game.
had a couple bad games. I mean, I wouldn't say bad, but just he wasn't there. He's been invisible, not producing
Yeah.
any goals or assists in the last 2 or 3 games for us.
Mm-hmm.
We need that Cole Palmer back.
I know.
And what better game to do it against Aston Villa, secure our top four. So I think he's going to start. Obviously, that's
Yeah.
not anything crazy. Do you start Madueke again? I know you're a Madueke hater.
Oh my gosh. I'm so tired of him. Whatever. I guess you start Madueke.
Because I mean, right now we got Sancho starting and Felix starting for us in the Conference League currently,
obviously, yeah,
and Nkunku
right,
starting. So I guess that's safe to say that they're not going to start. So you got
yep.
Pedro Neto, that Enzo Maresca said that he's good, he can come back, and Madueke. Dimitris
Madueke,
also playing, I'm pretty sure.
right. I would go Madueke, and then I would go probably Joao Felix on the left again. I would like to see that. And then I would go, yeah, Cole Palmer on the cam position, and then obviously Nico Jackson
Up
on
front.
top.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
actually,
I
Felix isn't starting right now. I forgot. I thought he was playing, but no, he's off. So I think it's safe to say that Felix might start. With Neto being out for a week and coming back, Maresca might not think he's ready, so it's probably going to be Felix, Cole Palmer, and Madueke. I know Sammy's
I'm
got a
not.
couple words about Felix though.
Yeah,
Baller.
Sammy.
Yeah, one of my favorite players. I've liked him ever since he joined Atletico. Big fan. Kind of struggles with consistency at times, but at his best, top player.
Yeah,
You remember?
I mean, you
You remember
saw
I
what
saw
he
him,
did at.
Yeah, you saw him,
Yeah,
and he didn't even know it was him. I had to tell him, ain't no way that's Felix in the video.
That's crazy
That's
that we actually saw him, Guillermo,
yeah. When we saw him at Jersey with the
in New
Latino
Jersey. Yeah,
squad,
in
that's
Hoboken.
crazy. Yep, Hoboken. That's the city,
Yes, sir.
dude. I was trying to
Across
tell
the
my friend
bay,
about that a long time ago, and I could not figure out the city. I was like, it's right across like New York and all this stuff. Blah blah.
Hoboken.
Uh, what's it called? We saw Colque that day too. We saw the whole squad.
Yeah, the whole Atletico Madrid squad.
The whole squad. They were
They
coming
were
out of the
there.
hotel.
Yeah, for a
That's
preseason
crazy.
game.
Who would have known that Joao Felix was going to be a Chelsea player
That's true. Twice.
twice? That's
I,
wild.
I think he should start though. I think he'll ball out.
I'm a Joao Felix fan as well,
Oh
man.
yeah, 100%.
I think he suffers maybe from just being a kid, honestly, in a sense. But I don't like coming after players for that sort of thing because me myself, in terms of like you have to understand that these guys have crazy lives, right? Like they can have anything they want at any time they want. And so that has to get to them in certain points. And some players it will affect differently. And I think Joao Felix has probably suffered from that more than others. And in a sense, I feel for him, because I try to relate to myself. And if I was in that position, I know that I would want to do a lot of things in general, just like, be active. But I'm hoping that he can lock in this season, and he seems to want to, which is the good sign, right? I'm hoping he can lock in and then just really take off because we saw it the season he played with us. He can do that, and he can be our starting player. Like he liked being our kind of our star
When
that
he was on
season. And I
loan.
think and I think he benefits from that. Like if we give him that spotlight, I think he'll take it with both hands. He needs to focus on being less flary and
Flashy.
kind of flashy. Yeah, but that's part of his game, and I don't want to tell him to turn that off. Instead, just be more clinical about your chances and things like that. Be less selfish, things like that, that I think can just overall improve the game, not just from him, but of the team. But yeah, Joao Felix is a freaking beast, man.
I agree. But now we got our lineup. What's the full lineup like for Aston Villa? You said
Mm.
Onana might be back.
Yeah, I
Who,
think
who, who else they who else they got?
in goal, well, we all know. Martinez.
Go.
At right back, either Konza or Matty Cash. I think they'll go
Mm.
Matty Cash. I would go Konza. I think they need that more defensive structure. Konza has shown he can be
Konza's
great at
good.
right back.
Yeah,
I think maybe
Konza's good.
Konza, two center backs, Diego Carlos and Pau Torres.
I like
Left
Pau
back,
Torres.
it could be y'all's star boy, y'all thought. Ian Matson. But I
That's
don't
not
think it will. I think they're gonna go Digne, the experience. He's been great this season.
Yeah.
And go Digne.
Yes.
And then they'll
Matson will
go,
definitely come on.
yeah, for sure. And show y'all up.
I mean, we have a history where X player comes to Chelsea or plays against Chelsea and they score against us. It just always happens. So
Yep.
Ian Madsen is probably going to come on and score we're probably going to be winning 2-1. He's going to score the equalizer at minute 79, and then we're going to be scrambling to try and get a third. I mean, we're going to get a third. Getting ahead of myself, but I mean, I know we're going to win. But anyway, who they got in
And
midfield?
then right mid, Leon Bailey. The midfield, two center mids are going to be Nana and Tielemans. Left
Tillemans.
mid, John McGinn.
He's
Cam.
quality.
Yeah, he's good. I like him. He just, I don't know. Sometimes he just runs like he has his head cut off. But
Yeah.
yeah, he can be really good. You never know. He can change the game.
The good thing about
Morgan
him is
Rogers.
that he'll stay active the whole game.
He's
Even
always
if,
running.
like,
Always.
even if he's not
Yeah,
being
he don't
impactful,
stay
he'll
put.
be active, and usually that pays off.
Yeah.
And they'll have Morgan Rogers at cam, and then Ollie Watkins as striker. I think that'll be
Ollie
the lineup they
Watkins.
come up with.
We got a battle of the strikers here. Ollie Watkins versus Nico Jackson. They're
Mhm.
the second and third best striker since Nico Jackson joined the league, only behind one Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
Do Colwell and Fofana have enough in their locker to keep Ollie Watkins quiet, to keep him blank?
I think so. I think Fofana's aggressive, right? And then Colwell is kind of a mix of being smart and aggressive, but he never backs down from a challenge. So I think he'll enjoy going up
But that
against
could be
Ollie
an issue.
Watkins. Yeah, you think
He's given
he'll be that much
he's given up some pens. He should have had a pen against Leicester City, honestly. Or was that
Yeah.
that was Fofana? But
That was Fofana.
Colwell always has a mistake in him, it seems like right now.
Right.
And I'm kind of scared going against a better opposition like Ollie Watkins. He might have an issue.
I trust Colwell. I trust Colwell. I think he's big enough. He's strong enough. He's fast enough. He's smart enough to get the best of Ollie Watkins. It'll be difficult. It'll be a fight for sure, but I can see him doing well. I can see Fofana stepping up, and then Colwell kind of getting the leftovers of whatever happens. And I
Okay.
think he'll benefit off that.
Sammy, who
Plus,
you
we got
What about in the 65th minute whenever Villa sub on their best player this season? John Duran.
Duran. I forgot about John
Does
Duran,
that cause
honestly.
problems for Colwell and Fofana? Yeah, you deal with Ollie Watkins and deal with him as long as you want. But hey, we got John Duran coming on.
Hey, you bring on John Duran, we'll bring in Axel Disasi.
Look, you bring on John Duran. He can't score. He can't do anything against Ecuadorians. So we'll just make sure Casillo drops back and defends him like crazy, like he did in the international break.
Tell him. Where's he
John
from,
Duran
John
in
Duran?
Colombia.
Colombia.
Oh, wait, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so Caicedo's got on lockdown. I ain't worried about him. Bring on John Duran.
like
Bring him on. Let's start him. I dare Aston Villa to start him. I don't even care.
Dude, there was a point in the
All
season
that.
where everything he touched turned to goal.
Everything.
That's
Off
what-
the
that's
first
what they-
time, it didn't matter.
He was scoring
But
some
he can't continue
bangers.
that.
He
He's
can.
gone a while without scoring, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
A little bit, but he also
Yeah,
does
but-
always. He also gets limited playing time. Very,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
limited.
But
Why?
Just you have Ollie Watkins.
yeah,
I
you can't
guess,
bench
yeah.
Ollie Watkins. You can try and play them together, but they might just get into each other's ways. And
Sometimes they do. It just kind of depends on how the game's going. Recently, Ollie Watkins been kind of bad form, so they just
That's
send
true,
in
too.
Duran, take out Watkins. But
so
they
you know what
have
that
done
means.
another bad game.
No. Whenever there's a striker in bad form, they come and score a goal at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, legit.
Oh, always.
Yep, it's with ex players, with players in bad form, all that good stuff.
Yep.
That's that charity of seeing us.
Yeah, we need to get that out of here. You know what? Actually, no. I'm not gonna bring that bad juju into our pod. I'm a speaking into existence that it's gonna be a clean sheet. They're not gonna do anything. Ian Martin ain't gonna perform against us. Ollie Watkins ain't gonna perform. John Duran still ain't gonna perform. I ain't worried about them.
Didn't y'all
I
want
think-
John Duran?
Oof,
We did.
I'll take him.
We did, but we ended up not getting him and sticking with our choice of having Nico Jackson as our main striker, and it's paid off. I mean, I was talking to you, Sammy, earlier about it with your dad and how good Nico Jackson is. He's even made your dad into a believer. He's starting to like him.
Somehow.
Yeah, because he hated Nico Jackson. But now he's turning him into a believer, and he's doing that to a lot of people. A lot of people in the Chelsea fan base, a lot of people just outside of the Chelsea fan base in general, they're starting to see that he's an elite striker.
Right.
He's world class, and he's going to prove it again this weekend.
Yes, sir. I hope so. Sammy, what's your thoughts on Nico?
Oh man, I love him. Ever since he first joined, I remember telling Pablo about him. I've always thought he was great. I never understood the hate. His hate
Right.
was like it was next level. Like I heard people calling him the worst striker in the league. Like it's not even like Nunez got hate, but Nico Jackson was like they made him out to be like a Sunday league player. Like it was ridiculous. And I always thought he was great. Like I think there's so many qualities of him. People would just look at his finishing, but people don't look at him dropping into the midfield, getting the ball, taking pressure off the midfielders, driving with it. He has so many other qualities. He opens the game so much for Cole Palmer that people don't really realize.
And one-on-one, going up against one-on-one against any defender, he's top. I've only seen him lose a couple of battles. Against Arsenal, he really wasn't good. But really, any other I've seen him do really well against Van Dijk. I've seen him do really well against City defenders, United defenders. So he can turn up against anyone really. And I agree with you. I think you hit a spot on when you said that they made him out to be a Sunday league player. Like that's how bad people made him out to be. And I thought it was perfect Darwin Núñez comparison as well. Because if you look at Darwin Núñez's numbers, I literally just saw a stat on Twitter yesterday or the day before. It was like one is considered a flop, one is not. And Darwin Núñez, like I'm pretty sure Nico Jackson has the same amount of goals in like 20 or 30 less games. And it's like that tells you. And I rate the crap out of Darwin Núñez, by the way. I think he's a great player. He can't be clinical when he's supposed to be, but he's a great freaking player. He's a menace.
He be doing what he wants.
Exactly. Yeah, he's a menace.
That's the only way to just put it. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
It's a Uruguayan in him.
Yeah.
It's a Uruguayan in him. They usually don't they do whatever they want. Shout out Maxi. I know you're listening. Be drinking that mate. That's what it is. It gets to his head. No, but for real, Nico Jackson is legit a baller. I mean, like Sammy was saying, people just touched on his finishing and we're trying to hate on him. But either way, he still ended up with 20 plus goal contributions last season. And his link of play is amazing, especially for a striker. The way he just comes out and has all that flair and first touch link ups and 1-2s and everything. It's beautiful. I mean, we saw it all throughout preseason last year. We saw it all throughout the season last year, and this season we're seeing it too. His link up play is amazing, and it's so underrated. It's so underrated
because he's fast with it too. You don't expect someone that is a striker that's moving fast to have good passing, but we've seen it in a lot of examples. Like just last week, that pass to Madueke, that's top. That's top, and that's weak foot.
Weak foot.
Yep.
And after he busted a gut to get up in that position too.
Exactly. He's a workforce, and I'm so happy for him to get the respect he deserves, honestly, and just shut up the haters.
I agree. You want to get to score predictions?
Score predictions. Let's let our guest
All
right.
get dibs on this first.
Oh man. I think
first mention. You can mention your score prediction, but then also try and explain why you think it's going to be that.
I think Villa will win this game 2-1.
Crazy.
I think Villa needs this game. When you look at the table, they have 19 points. Y'all have 22. And then you look at all the teams ahead of them, and I think they all should win. You look at Forest ahead of them. They play Ipswich. I mean, we expect Forest.
Ipswich is a good team.
Good team, but at the end of the day, if you're Forest and you want to compete, you got to win those games.
Yeah, and Ipswich is only a good team when it's going against lower opposition, like United. So,
LOL, that was good.
You have Arsenal expected to win. Tottenham versus Fulham expected to win. I think they'll win.
London Derby.
Yeah, you have all these teams ahead of them that are going to win, and you can't risk to stay behind. This will take Chelsea to 25 points. City or Liverpool will push up. Yeah. Arsenal will go up to 25 as well, right?
Right.
Tottenham to 22, 23, something
22.
like that. Forest 22. That would leave Villa at 19, and that would leave them behind. They need to win this game. They need to join that pack in the middle of Arsenal to Forest.
So who's going to score?
Who's going to score? I think it'll be Leon Bailey will get one, and then Ollie
I see him
Watkins.
scoring.
I just think their style of play just kind of they don't really care too much about possession. They just drive. Everybody in that midfield drives at you. Morgan Rogers will run at you. Ollie Watkins will run at you. Leon Bailey will run at you, and then John McGinn will run at you. And I think Chelsea plays a little more tactical. They try to keep the ball. I think Villa will force you into mistakes,
That's true.
and then they will drive at y'all. They're good enough to drive and counter. And I think that's where it's going to cost you.
Yeah, I think we're countering is where we could be weakest. We haven't been the best at stopping counters, and our defense isn't the best anyways this year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gotten better, but it's not the best. So what are you saying 2-0 or 2-1?
2-1. I think y'all get one, but I think Villa I think y'all just have too good of an attack to be kept to 0.
Quiet.
Right.
But I just don't think.
And I mean, that's a valid point though. We have been shaky at home. We've played City, lost. I mean, yes, I know it's a reigning champions and it's their first game, and completely different city. It was a Roger City, so they're Roger Merchants. Shout out Sammy, as he likes to call him, and we lost to them at home. We played Crystal Palace, a relegation zone Crystal Palace, and we tied them 1-1. We played Nottingham Forest, which yes, you're top 4, top 5 right now, but still, we played them, tied 1-1, struggled, and I don't know who else we played at home, but we've been struggling at home. We probably only won one game at home this season.
Yeah, I think was it Arsenal we played at home maybe?
Oh, we played Arsenal at home too, and we drew that. Newcastle was the first. No, Brighton and Newcastle are the 2 teams that we beat at home, which are good. I mean, they're teams right below us.
Those are Aston Villa type of teams.
Yeah, they are Aston Villa type of teams.
Those are just games you have to win if you want to win the league.
That's very true. Like you
We're
can't tie
not
at
trying
home.
to win the league though.
Yeah, we
What
are.
are you trying to do?
Nah,
Like Champions League?
Trying to win the league. Dude,
I mean, regardless, those are games you got to win. I mean, you look at the league this year. 5 teams can make Champions League. There's some great teams in the Premier League right now.
Yeah,
and from third to actually, you can include second now with City only 1 point ahead of us. From second all the way to what, like 13? It's only a 6 or 7 point difference.
Yeah.
It's getting too tight. It's getting too crowded, and these are must-win games for us. We need to be winning games at home. You can't be dropping points at home. Drop points away, sure, but we need to be winning every single game at home.
I think we'll feel the pressure more, right? Come Sunday, we're gonna be feeling the pressure more in terms of having to show up, having to get a result. Yeah, Villa has to win, or it feels like a game that they have to win. But I think when you're home, you just naturally feel that pressure. I can see us really keeping the ball, and like you said, Sammy, kind of getting hit on the counter. I hope we're good enough because I think the best times that that we are defensively is when we're settled, right? Kind of like mid low block type of thing. And I think like our box defending, I think is pretty good. But you saw it against like Arsenal when we were kind of not settled in defense. We leave gaps, especially that left hand side.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that sort of stuff be a problem. So I hope our right back has a game and our fullback has a game. And honestly, our defensive line has to have a game. They have to show up Sunday. If they don't show up Sunday, we're gonna lose.
Yeah, it's Cuckoo
I
Day
can really
versus
see that.
Leon Bailey, and you got Malagusto versus John McGinn is on that side.
Okay, yeah,
left.
Yeah, so
I back both of the Chelsea players there.
Yeah, but I mean, Leon Bailey's
McGinn,
a baller.
he is, but no, Cuckoo will shut him down. I'm more worried about McGinn against Gusto, to be honest.
You think so?
Really, I'd be worried about the other one.
Oh, yeah, I'd be way more worried about Leon Bailey.
McGinn is experienced.
The thing with McGinn, he likes to go inside a lot.
Yeah, he's down to shoot too from afar, from wherever. Yeah. The thing about that is I think McGinn has more in his like locker or arsenal or whatever to adjust. Where I think if Cucurella shuts down Leon Bailey, he's gonna stay kind of quiet for most of the game. You know, I don't see McGinn staying quiet or keeping McGinn quiet for 90 minutes, 87 minutes. Nah, he's too aggressive.
An impact on the attack. Yeah, he's gonna hawk you down and he's gonna win it back.
He can
I
shoot.
think for me,
he knows how to score.
Yeah, the team or the player that I'm worried most about, obviously aside from like Ollie Watkins, is Tielemans. He is I don't know how he's been this season. I know at first he wasn't starting out games, but it seems like now he's earned his place back into the starting lineup. But I think he's a top player, top midfielder. I mean, you saw the banger he scored against us with Leicester City in the FA Cup final, and that's just the type of player he is. I remember people were kind of saying that he needs to go to City and replace Kevin De Bruyne at one point. Not saying they're the same type of players, but he was just delivering a lot of goal output, assist, and he can ping a ball. He's got
He
that Trent
can.
Alexander foot on him where he can just ping a ball to anyone. And so with Caicedo and Enzo being our midfield, and hopefully Lavia does start, so then he can man mark Tielemans. Because if not, then you got Enzo going to the box how Enzo Maresca wants him to be doing, and you leave Caicedo isolated against that midfield of Ramsey, Tielemans,
Rogers.
McGinn, Rogers. Like,
Yeah.
gonna be
Ross
dangerous.
Barkley.
Ross Barkley. Ross Barkley.
That's two confirmed goals now against us. It's gonna be Ross Barkley and Ian Matson.
The more you're talking about it, the more I think 3-man midfield has to happen.
It has to happen.
Honestly, yeah, because there's just no way in terms of transition. They're fast. And Leon Bailey's rapid. McGinn has an engine on him. Ollie Watkins is rapid. Rogers, like you said, will run at you. He doesn't care. McGinn or Barkley kind of runs at you. Tielemans, he can ping a ball. So
Even their bench, they got guys that are going to come in and run. Philogene Badace is going to run at you.
Who is it?
See, this is why we brought you in. You got all that ball knowledge. Like, you be talking about all these players I don't even know about sometimes, and you be talking about them like 5 years prior.
He's not very known yet. He was one of the best players in the championship last year, though.
You see?
Whole city. Yeah.
Dang. So Ramsey's not gonna play. He's injured. Jacob Ramsey.
Okay.
That worried me when you said that, Pablo. I was like, duck, they have Ramsey too.
Yeah, no, I don't know he was injured.
Dude, Aston Villa are a great team.
They are, and they got an amazing coach. They got Good Evening over there.
Good Evening.
Emery. Yeah. So he's an amazing coach. Arsenal fans hated on him for so long for no reason when he wasn't the problem. It was the Arsenal players that they had were the problem.
It's Arsenal in general.
Yeah, and it just shows, I mean, how good he does in Europe also, knockout competitions with Villarreal. He did it with Sevilla, and now he's doing it with Villa. Actually, funny thing, he only manages teams he only does well with teams that have Villa in the name.
LOL.
Sevilla, Villarreal, Aston Villa.
LOL.
Crazy.
His boy is crazy. He loves his villas.
Dude, he's quality, man.
But like you said,
so happy Sorry.
Go on.
I was gonna say I'm so happy like he made Arsenal kind of look bad for that because they were so disrespectful to him. And
they really were.
He's literally a better coach than Arteta. Like easily.
That's crazy. That's a hot take.
That is a hot take.
Very hot.
Are you kidding me? What does Arteta have to compare him to Good Evening?
I agree. I was a big fan of Arteta early on. I think recently he's been very I don't know. It's just boring to watch Arsenal. I feel like they don't want to win at times. Like they're
done. They're done. They were satisfied with having their 2-year spotlight being second. That's it. That's it. That's Arsenal.
Only thing I will argue to be devil's advocate for Arsenal is, did you see their last 2 games?
Yeah.
They played Forest and they looked good. I only caught the first 30 or 40 minutes, but by then they were already 2-0 up and they were looking good. With Odegaard back,
they
looked really good. And then in the Champions League 2, 5-1 Sporting, that's not an easy task. I mean, Sporting beat City 3-0. I mean, I know it's City.
Yeah. They had Amorim
City,
though.
Yeah, that's very true. But I don't know. Arsenal are looking dangerous again with Odegaard, but it just goes to show.
Stop playing.
An injury crisis damages the team. You miss your best players due to injury for a long time. Your team's gonna hurt. But no one wanted to talk about Chelsea like that last year. No one wanted to bring it.
Nope. It was just trash. Oh, you have 20 other players. Blah 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 blah. Bro, look at what Pep said yesterday or the day before. I don't know.
That he hurt himself.
I guess he was like, well, yeah, that. But also he was like, I just want my players back. Give me Rodri back.
He's desperate.
Like, I'm missing my midfielders. I'm missing the best player in the world. He said, Rodri. I'm missing my center backs. I'm missing my wingers. He said I only have one winger available.
Wait, he said he's missing his best. He's missing the best player in the world.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been missing him since last year when he let Cole Palmer go.
LOL. I love it.
That's
trash, dude. I'm sorry, but I don't sympathize, I guess, with teams who start struggling in terms of injury and then kind of blame it all on that. Because, like you
Yeah.
said, when that happens to Chelsea, when that happens to United, nobody's saying anything. You remember that terrible injury crisis, Sammy, that Liverpool had for
Hey,
like
we
3
still
months?
won though.
Yeah. You
No,
had,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
you didn't win. I don't think you won that season, but like
No,
you
no,
got
we still
like,
got Champions League though.
right, exactly. Like you did well. You managed. You did what you needed to do.
But
You beat us
they
in
wouldn't
a,
bring it up.
you beat, huh?
But they wouldn't bring it up that much.
No, they wouldn't. No, they'd bring it up.
There's
They
just
bring
many
it up
coaches
here.
that don't
Like the
really.
media.
There's many coaches that don't know how to use their bench too well. They don't really care for them until they're needed, and then it's too late.
Yeah,
They're
that's true.
managing
That's what
more
Pep.
like 16
Yeah,
players rather than like
Yeah.
25.
That's
Yeah.
why I need to got like Arne Slot.
Freaking beast, bro. Freaking beast, bro. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Guillermo, did you see who
Liverpool's
scored yesterday for
great.
them?
Huh?
Your
Did you
favorite
see who
player?
scored? Yeah, who scored for them yesterday against Madrid?
For Liverpool, McAllister. I'm
Best
telling
midfielder in the
you, bro.
league.
I'm telling you. Honestly, no bias. I think McAllister's the best midfielder in the league. And I don't think it comes that close. CDM, Pablo, I'm sorry, like don't make that face. CDM, Caicedo, easily.
Yeah. We
Gravenberg
got
can
a pretty good one.
Gravenberg can maybe argue that, but Caicedo's there. Caicedo is easily there in terms of CDM. Okay, but CM, anything CM
Box
and
to
up,
box.
sorry, McAllister.
Caicedo next to Gravenberch would be deadly.
That would be insane. Imagine
God,
that with
if you guys did get Caicedo back in the day, last year, you guys legit would have won the Champions League.
literally.
Hey, we
Ooh,
probably would
I
have
do
never
not
got
wanna know.
Gravenberch though.
That's true, but still,
Or Endo, the GOAT.
And those
that's
trash.
true. Actually, that's true because you guys got both of them because
Yeah. Well, we got
Enzo
Gravenberch
and
in
Caicedo
January, but
left.
still, though, I mean,
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have leaned.
What do you actually think of Endo? Because I don't rate him. Honestly, I
You
know
don't
he
like
has
Endo?
decent technique. I think he has decent technique, really good work rate, but in terms of just impact and all that stuff,
I mean, yeah, I agree. And
he's a good
he's
squad
not.
player. He's a good squad player.
He's gonna come in. He's gonna close the game out. That's what he is. That's his job.
Right.
He knows that too. He knows he didn't come to Liverpool to be the guy for the next 5 years. He was a
Right.
filler, and he's great at that. I'm cool with him. If he wants to stay and play 15 minutes every once in a while, he's perfect at that. I mean, that's what he knows that he's not gonna come into the Liverpool team and play 90. He's not at that level.
And that's good for
Right.
a team too to have a player like that. They're not trying
Yeah.
to, cause any trouble. They're not saying, "Oh, give me more play time," because every player wants to play more. But
Everybody.
he understands his place.
Some people gotta understand. Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta understand your place. He's a John Obi Mikel of Liverpool right now, where you just come
he's
in.
gonna
All right, we got a
one
1-0
game.
lead. Lock it up.
Chill. Don't say that.
I mean, the guy was playing at Stuttgart. I mean, would you rather be at Stuttgart or Liverpool?
Yeah,
Yeah,
facts.
legit. Can't believe you just kind of compared a little bit. Not compared directly.
I'm not
but
comparing it. I'm just saying that's the type
that's
of role he's playing right now for them. Is John
Yeah.
Obi
No,
Mikel role. Come in,
Aubameyang-
secure the win.
Yeah, but Aubameyang started in Champions League final and turned Bayern Munich upside down. Like,
No,
I'm
I know. I'm just saying the type of role. I'm saying the type of role.
Wait till Endo starts the Champions League final this year.
Yeah,
Sorry?
crazy at the rate you guys are going.
Endo's gonna start a Champions League final this year.
Oh my god. He won't
I
start.
would love to see a start. I would love to see
He
a
would
start.
not
That'd be
start.
funny.
Only
That
way
would
he
be
starts is if
hilarious.
you have 3 midfielders injured. Poor Endo. No, not
Speaking-
to really like take big digs at him because he does seem like a great professional and a great player in general, right? But I just think in terms of the quality of midfielders, obviously he's not up to par.
I mean,
know,
yes, the
but,
truth. He's not at that
yeah.
level, but
Yeah.
you're not gonna find a guy like Endo.
Yeah, I like to dig on him too because you guys try to get Enzo and you had to settle for Endo.
Hey,
That's
Endo ended up
funny.
being better last season though.
That's true.
Anyways,
But all the talk about Champions League reminds me of the Conference League that we're in right now.
yes, sir.
The better CL.
I know.
We're playing
Thursday
right
night
now.
football.
It's Thursday night football. It's 0-0 halftime
Yeah.
against Heidenheim. What are we
Heidenheim.
doing? We need to be
I don't
winning
know.
every
I
game
told
here.
you.
Like
What did I tell you?
you did say, it looks like.
What's
they
up
could
with
be
the
sneaking
Heidenheim
on.
disrespect?
What you know about Heidenheim?
First season in the Bundesliga, got Conference League.
How do you be knowing this?
I'm pretty sure I saw that they were like in the 5th division like a while, like not too long ago.
Probably.
I'm not sure though, but I'm pretty sure Heidenheim, like they like got bought out by like somebody, like a former player, I think, something like that. And he like took him to the top.
Mm,
They
that's
won
dope.
the Bundesliga. There's the Bundesliga, there's the two-dot Bundesliga, and the third. They won the third one in 2014.
Yeah, so
So
I don't know how
Dang.
low they were,
not
but I'm
even
pretty
10
sure.
years ago.
Yeah,
That's actually valid. That's really good.
and then they ended up. This is their first year in Bundesliga last year, made Conference League.
Yeah. I mean, their coach was saying it's crazy how after winning 3 games in the Conference League, we have to play Chelsea. And he was like saying how like it's an honor and he's excited and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's also
So
another thing. They are undefeated in the Conference League.
That's true.
they are.
They're
This
undefeated
ain't
like
Noah's
us.
Ark no more.
No, this ain't Noah's Ark.
Uh, who invited them?
Yo,
They
don't be
qualified for
mean.
it.
Yeah, they're there. I think it was a
Um,
game.
Heidenheim, though, I got to give it to them. Their stadium is up for it. I was watching the
It
first
is.
parts of the game before we started recording, and they got a banner or a tifo up there, and it says, "Let's make," or how was it? "Let's make Brexit real. Let's kick Chelsea out of here," or something like that. Um, so they're up for it. They have flares and everything. You know, they got the atmosphere. So
Yeah. So
but we still
how
gonna
do
win.
these games work now? Is it now
No,
what's it
not
called?
yet. Not yet.
Okay, so it's still
We're
like
still in
league
the league
table type
phase. Yeah,
thing.
we're
Okay.
still in the league phase of it.
Nah, that's
I
fine.
think it's
I don't
8
care.
league games.
I don't even care then, honestly. Lose or
I,
win,
I
whatever
just I just want to
happens.
make sure that we secure the win by minute 60 or something like that. So then we're not playing our better players, and we can bench them
Let him
for.
play. Let him play.
No, I don't want like. I, I think we got Colwell on the bench just in case. Like, what if we need Colwell? They better not call up and
Nah,
make
nah.
Colwell come
We
in, which
should
I
not be
doubt.
putting in. We should not be putting in a defender against
No,
Heidenheim.
yeah, I agree. But we got Carney Chukwuemeka. I don't want him playing. I want him. Actually, maybe he
I
should
would
get
love to
some.
see him play. Yeah, I would love to see
He
him
will
play.
get some. Oh wait, Carney Chukwuemeka. He used to be a Villa player, right? Yeah,
He's good.
Sammy, you know all about him at Villa. You were talking
Yeah,
you were praising him when we were
I
getting
was
him.
praising him. I always like Jacob Ramsey more. Big Jacob Ramsey fan. Sadly, he's
What?
not playing. That boy would show y'all levels.
Eh.
But yeah, I did like Chukwuemeka. But yeah,
Yeah,
Jacob Ramsey.
Chukwuemeka's good, and you know a lot of talk about ex Chelsea players coming to us and scoring a goal, but not enough talk about ex Villa players going
Probably
and
'cause I don't want
scoring
to
a goal.
play them.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't want to play him, which we should be. He's so good. He can do a job in midfield. He's such a good dribbler in tight spaces and can create 1-2s. I mean, we saw last year the few games that he would play West Ham. He did it late against Leicester City
Mm-hmm.
in the League Cup, and there was another one that I can't think of, maybe Newcastle, where he was really good. But again,
Remember against United as well when he came in. He was really good. That Cole Palmer hat trick. He got us that corner and he just brought us energy when he came on. I think he's one of the only other midfielders besides literally just Enzo, that kind of like goes for goal, has that goal hungry mentality,
yeah,
you know? Because Nkunku is probably that, but Nkunku's a forward player. But like Caicedo, Lavia, they're not really attacking players, like
no,
attacking midfielder players. Chukwuemeka, Enzo, I think they have that in them. I would love to see him play. I would love to see him get some minutes today, honestly. Dude, I wanted to talk about really quick because the thing about Reece James is we keep messing up with our academy guys, and I don't want to keep seeing that. I don't want to see the treatment for those guys stay the same because I think we need to improve. Honestly, as Chelsea in general, I think we need to treat those guys better, just prioritize them more. And a guy like Chukwuemeka should be getting better treatment. A guy like Chalobah should be getting better treatment. A guy like Ian Matson should have gotten better treatment. A guy like the Newcastle fullbacks, all 3 of them should have
Lewis
gotten better.
Hall,
Livramento.
Livramento.
They should all be getting better treatment, and we've missed out on a lot, dude. Like if you look at the Chelsea reject starting lineup across Europe, it would probably be a better team than what we have right now. So it's just like I want to see it. I want to see
I don't know.
us.
I think they would.
I
I got
think we
some
really
ballers out there.
they
Yeah,
got some
I mean,
ballers, dude.
you got Salah, you got Kevin De Bruyne, you got Tammy Abraham, Christian Pulisic,
Lukaku.
who's balling out. Who?
Lukaku.
Oh
Lukaku,
my
stop. That
Y'all
was.
some haters. I'll always back Lukaku.
I'm gonna be a Lukaku hater till I
Go
die.
take
I
him.
don't-
Go buy him. Go buy him.
Lukaku till I die.
Go get
If
him.
Lukaku ain't got no
better
haters, then
than-
I'm dead.
He's better
He's
than
balling
Darwin.
this
He's better
season.
than Darwin Nunes.
Crazy.
Is he better than Darwin Nunes, Sammy?
Yeah.
Is he better than Nico Jackson?
No.
No,
Yeah,
Nico
there we
Jackson,
go.
Nico Jackson. No. Nico Jackson on my.
Better than Mbappe?
Nobody better than Mbappe.
Seems like it. Seems
Get
like
your
it.
sister on the podcast and
Yeah,
she'll be
well,
hating on
whenever you got
Mbappe
Connor Bradley
24/7.
on you, it don't matter who it is.
What a
We want
beast.
Messi.
We
You know
want
what's
Messi.
funny?
Bradley will shut him down.
I don't know
We
if
want Vandy.
Sammy, I don't know if you guys have caught some of the podcasts from Halftime, but we just talked about there's a shorts about it actually about Connor Bradley being the best backup right back in the league.
By
And
far.
huh?
By far. Both of our backups are the best in the league. They would be
Yeah.
started. Samikas and Connor Bradley would start at many Premier League clubs.
Many Premier League clubs, yeah. I like Bradley more than Samikas, to be honest. Even though
I
Samikas
agree.
gets more
By far.
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's funny, and then he goes and just completely shuts down Mbappe. That's
Which
legit,
isn't
man.
hard to do this season though.
Yeah, that's true, but that's still a
Mbappe-
job.
Hating. Y'all
Still a
hating.
job.
Anyways, I think that's a wrap up. We got Sammy over here saying Aston Villa gonna win 2-1. We got
You didn't get my
Guillermo's
prediction.
What's your prediction? Yeah. I
And
haven't
I've gotten it
predicted
so
either.
wrong. I've gotten it so wrong the past 3 games.
Try and
I'm
get it
gonna
right. Do
go-
a real prediction. Like think about it.
A real prediction. I am gonna go. I want to say it's gonna be a 1-goal difference. It's gonna be a really close game. I want to say either 3-2 or 2-1. Chelsea, obviously.
Who's your goal scorer?
I'm gonna say Jackson. I'm gonna say Felix and Neto.
Okay, you
Yeah.
got the Portuguese behind him.
I
Okay.
think the Portuguese are gonna show up. I
And
would
we'll
love
leak-
to see.
And we'll leak 2 goals.
Yeah.
Well, you got Ollie
Yeah.
Watkins and John Duran.
I think Bailey will score. I think Sammy was right on that. I think Bailey will score tomorrow.
So you change your mind. McGinn ain't more important. It's Bailey.
Yeah. I can see him again score too.
I think there's a game we can definitely slip up on, and I don't know. We haven't been so good at home, but we're in third place. That might get the fans riled up and get the players motivated. But I don't know if I don't want to be pessimistic, but I'm thinking I don't want to be pessimistic, but I'm thinking maybe a 2-2.
That's what I was thinking too, actually.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I think Cole Palmer will finally score again, maybe, and you will get. I'm gonna continue on the Enzo train, and Enzo might score a goal.
I would love to see
then
it.
we're gonna leak 2 goals somewhere. Ian Matson maybe, and because he's a baller, but he hasn't been doing it that well. But Tielemans will score.
Tielemans. That would piss me off. Both of
I
those
hope I'm
goals are gonna
wrong.
be-
I hope I'm wrong, and I hope Guillermo's right. And I hope
I
Sammy's
hope
wrong
you're
too.
wrong.
But I don't know. I can see it slipping up.
Yeah, at least one Chelsea X player will score for sure.
Yeah.
Either Barkley or Matson.
I mean, it's kind of confirmed every time we play a team in the Premier League because our academy is the best. We just got players everywhere.
Literally.
Y'all give them away for free.
Yeah, we do. Give them away for free, give
free,
them to
yeah.
Liverpool, and then Liverpool turns around and makes 60 mil out of them.
We're pretty good at making money off our academy,
Big
actually.
Dom.
Anyways, that's a wrap, boys. Another big game coming up. Hopefully we secure the win. But thank you, Sammy, for coming onto our pod, being our first guest.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You're honored. We'll probably
When's the
have
next
him on.
invite?
You'll be getting one soon. You'll be getting one soon. You got
For
a lot
sure,
of
for sure.
knowledge about all these random players and teams, so we'll bring you on
I mean,
a lot more. But
you
we'll
play,
see. We'll see what the fans say, or we'll see what the people say. Maybe they'll watch on
I
here.
think I'm going to dislike.
Man.
I already told you I'm gonna delete any comments that say that they like Sammy more than us or
That's
anything like that.
crazy.
So then you don't see him.
I like that. That's fair.
It'll go to his head. But yeah, no. Chelsea's gonna win. Even though my prediction says 2-2, but my heart says Chelsea win. This is two blues in the pod. Oh, hold up.
Guillermo.
Look,
Well,
Guillermo,
I
you
just
wanted
want
to
to
say one more thing. Hold up.
I did want to ask Sammy real quick, just because he's a Liverpool fan and there's a big game this weekend. What's real quick? I don't know. I don't know if you want to make this quick or whatever, but
take your time.
yeah. What's your prediction for
My prediction? This is honestly, I hate playing City right now. I'd rather play them in a 6-game winning streak.
Right.
It's City at the end of the day. And although I hate on them, they're Roger merchants. They're gonna win eventually. Eventually, they're gonna figure it out. And it just sucks. It feels like this is the game they do. This is the turning point.
Don't say that.
I hope not. I think we'll win. We should win.
I think you guys.
It's at home, right?
Pretty sure.
It's at Anfield?
It's at home. Yeah, it's at Anfield.
If it's at Anfield, that's a wrap. I'm sorry, but you're not losing that game.
Yeah, I don't think we will. But it's just It's just the same predicament. Aston Villa, they haven't won in forever. Y'all feel like maybe that's the they turn it around. Because these teams do have to turn it around.
Yeah, that's a thing. Like, I think you hit a hot spot on there. If City, they've been so bad. If City can get this game right, it'll push them to go win the next 10.
Yeah,
I mean, they'll be within 5 from us. Like,
yeah,
you don't want to be within
that. Just
5.
like that. Just like that. That's a City-like thing to do.
But if we win,
that's an 11-point gap, right?
Yeah,
that's insane.
If you
I hope you guys draw.
You guys can win You guys can literally win the league. Like, it'll be almost
the game.
It would be a 9-point gap between Liverpool and Chelsea if we win.
Oh yeah, sorry.
And we already beat y'all once, so it's not like y'all can take away 6 points from us. Y'all can only take away 3.
Yeah, but it would still be a 6-point game because you guys drop 3, we gain 3 if we win. But yeah, no. If Liverpool win this game, it's GG. But I don't see City losing 5 in a row in the Prem.
6. This would be 6.
No, it would be
5 in the Prem.
Because they lost 1 in the Cup, they lost 1 in the Champions League, and then they lost 4.
Yeah, it was 5 in a row, all comps, and then they drew this last game against Feyenoord after being 3-0 in minute 75. Shout out Santi Jimenez,
the GOAT, best striker in the world.
That's right. But they're not gonna lose 5 in a row. I love hating on City. I love saying that they will. I said they will lose against Spurs, but they're not losing against City or Liverpool. I don't think.
I beg to differ, man. I think looking at Liverpool, how strong they've looked this season, it's kind of the opposite.
I mean, yeah, but it's just
they don't seem to lose. They don't seem like they will lose.
It's like the law of averages. They're just bound to a point.
Yeah, but not this game.
We got Trent back. Trent coming back.
That might hurt you.
Never mind. No, it ain't gonna hurt. Never mind. GG.
Nah, you don't get hurt with Trent.
I don't know, man. Connor Bradley's like that, and Iffy Arnold, like, I don't know. And Iffy Arnold's scary.
Arnold never iffy.
Look, Connor Bradley's gonna start. He's gonna lock down everyone, Grealish, Doku, whoever he goes against, and then minute 65, Trent's gonna come on just so he can make 2 assists and win the game for y'all.
Cody Gakpo back post.
No,
he's definitely gonna score. So
stop! I hate Gakpo.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be like a 3 or 4 goal thriller. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a 3 or 4 goal thriller. Gakpo scoring, Luis Diaz scoring, Salah is definitely scoring a PK at least. There you go.
Luis Diaz ain't gonna score. He's trash.
He's 100. He's 100. Maybe even Darwin Núñez will score. Luis Diaz 100% scoring.
The only reason they will score is because there's no Ecuadorian city that can stop them.
Oh my god! What's wrong with you, man? You got a problem with Colombia?
They were talking all this trash against us, and then look what happened. En Barranquilla me quedo. They're trash.
Damn.
I say that.
Hey,
let's win in 50 years, sir.
LOL.
The Colombia disrespect crazy.
It is. I'm gonna be their number 1 hater. We may have the same looking flag, but we're the best one.
It's my favorite South American team.
Ooh.
That's wild. Is it actually?
Yeah, I always like Colombia. Not just like their play style. Their players, they have some good players.
I think.
Yeah.
I just like how their players are never like the best of the best, but they always compete with the best of the best. I think it's so great to see.
Well, Falcao was pretty much one of the best of the best.
But then you look
Yeah,
at like
James.
just people behind them. I mean, even currently, like right now, we're looking at like they have
Hey,
Munoz from Palace, great player, but he just battles against anybody, and he's playing for
That's true.
Palace, and I just love to see it. And then you look at like their wingers, like they have like even John Duran's a backup, and like this guy's he's a backup for Colombia too.
That's
Like it's just
hilarious.
crazy. It's crazy. Like I love Colombia. They just stick anybody out there. I'm pretty sure they have some guy from the Russian league starting right now. It's crazy. I love Colombia.
Look,
Richard Rios, he's also nasty.
no, he's not. He did absolutely nothing against Ecuador.
Yeah.
Locked them down.
He's
I don't get how-
Esteban's teammate. He's
I don't get how
Esteban's
he
teammate.
became good. He used to play in the Mexican league for the worst team in the league.
Look, they
Really?
became
And then out of
good
nowhere,
because
became
they played against whack teams like
It's just
Bolivia,
something about
Peru.
putting on that Colombia jersey.
Not against
I have
Ecuador.
one.
It makes average players great.
I have a Colombia jersey.
Whoa, you can't be a honorary Ecuadorian and have a Colombia jersey. What is this? I'm telling my parents.
I have a
Nah, I'm
Colombia.
telling my parents.
Crazy.
I have a Colombia jersey and I have Ecuadorian shorts.
Nah, my parents are definitely gonna. You know what? They're watching it right now. They're gonna hate on it.
Dang.
They're gonna message you. Like, how are you gonna be
Paulo,
doing that?
are we gonna win this game?
Which game?
This game against Heidenheim.
Oh, Heidenheim. Yeah, we'll win. Don't worry. We're a second half team in the conference league, anyways.
No, you're gonna tie.
But I do want to watch that game. So
Yeah.
let's wrap it up. It's two blues in a pod. I'm Pablo.
I'm Guillermo.
No, I'm
And
Sammy.
that was Sammy with Liverpool fan. So he can't say the outro unless he wants to.
No,
He wants to say it. He can say it.
If you want to say it, you can say
No,
it.
y'all said two blues in a pod. The two went. I'm the last one.
Yeah, you must know. She said three.
Nah, because the show's two blues in a pod. This is the 2+1.
2+1.
That's the red.
Ooh.
Gross.
Anyways, I'm Chelsea till I die.
Chelsea till I die, baby.
You'll never walk alone.
Oh, I was trying to end it before you could say that. All right, see you guys.
See you guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.